G'day viewers, we're going on another prospecting trip. This time I'm not going to forget my GoPro. We're just trying to get the last of the things in the car and just walking around the house thinking what have we missed and double checking everything like the GoPro. And we'll show you a little bit of the road on the way there. It gets a bit boring when people show too much travelling, but I'll show a little bit. And this time should be a lot more successful than my last two attempts, because the last two times I went places where there was farms and I had trouble accessing the property. Where we're going now is just all crown land, just bush. There's no farms, nothing. And also I've got a lead for some leases that I'm allowed to go on. So hopefully it's a good trip, and I may make daily videos, or I may make one or two videos throughout the whole time I'm there. I don't know yet. All depends how good it is. We're hopefully going for a week, but that could be shortened or it could be lengthened depending on the need. You know, if it's gold good, I'm not coming home. If we're not getting much and my girlfriend works, then maybe we'll come home, I don't know. So we'll take you for a ride with us and enjoy it together. I hope it's a good video. Leave comments in the section if you can, guessing how much gold we're going to find for the final tally. I'm curious to see who can guess right or close to. I have no idea, obviously, and there's no way of knowing how much I'll get. But it'd be fun just to, or leave your comments on how much you think I'll get the final tally for the whole time I'm there. Alright. Okay, so we're on our way. We've just left pretty much the outskirts of the city and heading east. Now there's a lot of gravel around here, but it's still mostly the normal soil. As we go further and further east, the ground will start to get redder and redder. Really deep red up where we're going, because Western Australia has so much iron ore. It's all in the soil, and as the soil rusts, as the iron ore rusts, it makes the soil look red. You'll see what I mean when we get out there. The battery died, had to put the camera on charge. We've come about 200 kilometres. This pipeline you can see on the left takes water all the way from Perth to COULDNT, which is in the desert, the goldfields. We're out in the farmlands now, to your left, right, mostly your farms. Another 100 k's, 200 k's, you'll be in the desert. Well, we survived our first night at camp. We didn't get eaten by drop bears, and we're just packing up now, ready to move on to the goldfields, which is just another 100 k's away. Well, we went to the area that we were going to detect, and there wasn't much like bush, trees and stuff. It was all open ground, open like this, you know. And yeah, it would have been really easy for detecting, but I don't really want to be on display right on the edge of town for everyone to watch, you know. Right on the edge of town. So even though it looked really good on geology, it was really close to local gold deposits in the past, I just didn't want everyone in town watching me walking around the detector. I don't know why. And there was nowhere to camp, nowhere that's got trees and stuff anyway, firewood and all that. So we just decided to move on. Because we're only at the start of the goldfields. The goldfields go for another 600 kilometres or something. There's plenty of places that we can go to. So now we're heading to a place called Bullfinch, which is renowned for having gold. Lots of gold been found there in the past. So we'll go there and see what the terrain looks like. I want to find somewhere where I can camp and not have everybody know about it. I don't know why. It's not that we're not allowed to. Of course we're allowed to, but I just don't like being on display. I like my privacy. So I'd sooner find somewhere like what's coming up now. There's all bush. I'd be happy to camp somewhere like that. Big salt lake there. We see all this bush coming up. This is the kind of place I'm looking for. Somewhere where I can camp and firewood. And then there's places like that to detect all the rocks and everything. So we'll go to Bullfinch and see what it's like there. If it's no good there, we'll move on to another spot. Wow, this is so annoying and so draining. This is the third time now I've been out to go prospecting, can't find anywhere to go. Went to Bullfinch and there was a massive big area that is pending, which means I'm allowed to go to it. And there was a gate stopping us from accessing it, and it was locked, and it said no trespassers, no camping, no four-wheel drives. I was under the assumption that nobody's allowed to lock the gate. We are allowed to gain entry, but I've heard all sorts of things like they don't own the land, they only have pastoral rights to grow crops or have animals or whatever. But clearly someone thinks they own the land. So now we've come back towards Southern Cross where we started out, and we just pulled up in the bush looking for somewhere to settle for the night. And my mate, the guy that's with us, he says that he knows people who live up here and they've got lots of leases, and they'll give us permission to go there, and anything we find we just have to give them the location so that they can go back with bulldozers and dig the ground up. So he's not in town today, he's coming back today, so we kind of need to just crash somewhere for the night and hopefully hear from him tomorrow. This is so draining. This is just repeating. Now I had this problem going down south, and we had this problem going north, and then now east. And I thought the east would be so much easier, but it is what it is. So I'm going to set up camp and wait the night out. It's not really a big a deal because I've been having problems with my solar, my onboard power supply. I've got a deep cycle battery in the back with an inverter and meter box with all the power and wires going to switches for this and that and everything else. And none of it was working yesterday. Couldn't work out why. I've been following wires from one end to the other and nothing seems to be out of place. So having this time now to just sit at camp and look at it, see if I can work out what's going on with it, plus get my new solar panel out that I bought, set that up facing the sun and have that plugged into the battery directly, They put some power in the battery. It's not a total waste of time. This gives us a chance to do these things that needs doing. And I'm probably going to swing a detector here because I've owned them for 4 years and they haven't come out of their bags, and it's really annoying me. It looks like nice ground, so I'll most likely have them a swing, give them a swing later on, see if anything comes up. But for now, I'll go and set up camp. Well, second night camping, and I got the detectors out for the first time since I bought them, and I do not understand how to use the harness. I don't know who they modelled them for when they made them, but it certainly wasn't someone my size. The menu tonight: lamb chops, yummy yummy yummy, rump steak, mushrooms, onions, potatoes in the fire. Yum, mushrooms. Well, we're going home. This is another fail, and it's really starting to get to me. We can't find anywhere, and there was a lead, someone who claims to know people up here with lots of leases that we would be able to use, but they're unreliable. They're still back in Perth, which is 5 hours away, 4 hours away, something like that, and he reckons now he's not coming back up here till tomorrow. If we waited till tomorrow, they'd probably say, oh, nah, not come up till the next day. I don't like unreliable people. So we've no choice but to head home. And I've really got to do some homework and actually get authority to go somewhere in future before I head off. If anybody's watching this and has places in Western Australia where I can go, please let me know. Well, I'm home from that total waste of time, waste of money, waste of fuel. I really need to sort something out, get permission on leases before I even head off next time, because this is the third trip now. It was really nice country, really definitely gold country. There was mines everywhere, new mines that I'd not seen before, and I've been up there a few times, but it's been a long time since I was up that way. There was even places where there was drill holes and samples sitting next to it waiting to be picked up. And that was right next to a big pit, big open pit mine. So anyway, I also had dramas with the electrical, not in my car, the 12 volt system with my inverter to run my fridge. That wasn't working. So it was all round just a mess up of a weekend. But, you know, I got a couple of nights camping out of it, and I always love camping, so, you know. Anyway, so that'll do for this video. Like I said before, if anybody has leases and they're happy for me to go on their lease and let them know where I find things, I can give them coordinates. That'd be much appreciated. Anyway, I've got another video coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. But in the meantime, I'll catch you later. See ya.